Hello and welcome back on House News with me, Dadi Ramadan. In this edition, we'll present you the latest information coming from the House of Representatives of the Republic of Indonesia. And now, let's see the headlines for today. Through its parliamentary diplomacy, BKSAP remains committed to promoting Indonesian tourism and strengthening international cooperation for high-quality tourism development. The ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hamas is expected to be a moment to immediately end Israel's genocide and restore the humanitarian situation in Palestine. Commission 1 of the House received a visit from the Jordan ambassador to discuss ways of enhancing the bilateral cooperation between both countries. The House will continue to encourage government to maintain consistency in performance beyond the first 100 days in office. The private residence and presidential home of B.J. Habibie and Hasri Ainun Habibie will be open to public starting February 2025. During a visit to Bali, BKSAP of the House gathered insights from academics, local government representatives, and Indonesian Museum Association to support policy improvements in tourism and sustainable development. Chairperson of BKSAP of the House, Mardani Alisera, stated the discussion at Udayana University, titled Strengthening Parliamentary Diplomacy for Quality Tourism, provided insights on sustainable tourism development. He added, strengthening diplomacy will improve Bali's tourism sector and ensure a more balanced distribution of visitors across the island.
Kami menemukan banyak sekali pikiran-pikiran jernih, tajam untuk meningkatkan kualitas pariwisata di Bali. Tentu kita berharap selatan yang sudah maju terus tumbuh berkembang. Tetapi saudara kita yang ada di utara berhak juga. Karena itu, ide pembangunan infrastruktur di utara perlu untuk kita pertimbangkan dengan seksama.
Furthermore, Rector of Udayana University said this forum was important in addressing the challenges in Bali's tourism sector. He also emphasized the commitment to conducting research on tourism development.
Karena kami di Universitas Udayana berkomitmen sebagai garda terdepan institusi pendidikan untuk melakukan kajian-kajian yang berkaitan dengan perkembangan pariwisata itu.
From Badung, Bali, Julian, TVR Parliament Report. BKSAP of the House urges parliamentary organizations worldwide to collaborate in supporting the ceasefire in Gaza. They hope this will lead to peace between Israel and Hamas and bring security and stability to Palestine. Chairperson of BKSAP Mardani Alisera mentioned ceasefire in Gaza must be closely monitored until peace for the Palestinian people is achieved as Israel repeatedly breaks agreement. Therefore, all parliamentary organizations worldwide must commit to advocating for strict punishment and sanctions against Israel for violating international law.
Kita sambut dengan bahagia ada gencatan senjata 3 tahap. Tahap pertama 6 pekan atau 42 hari dan targetnya adalah permanen perdamaian dan ini wajib kita jaga. Yang kedua mengutuk Israel yang baru hari kedua sudah langsung melanggar, harus ada penyelidikan dan hukuman bagi mereka yang melanggar. Yang ketiga Parlemen Indonesia kita akan mengajak Parlemen ASEAN, Asia, dan Parlemen Dunia untuk sama-sama mengawal agar proses gencatan senjata ini berjalan dengan optimal sehingga tercapai perdamaian di Palestina.
Furthermore, Mardani emphasized Indonesia's government and parliament's role in supporting Palestine's independence at international forums. He also urged all countries to maintain global peace and security. Ajib, TVR Parliament, report. Commission 1 received a courtesy visit from the Jordanian ambassador to Indonesia. The meeting discussed various bilateral issues, including protection of migrant workers, educational cooperation, and political support for Palestinian independence. Chairperson of Commission 1 of the House, Utut Adianto, hoped the Jordanian government would ensure equal treatment and guarantees for Indonesian migrant workers, including access to health services and legal assistance. In the education sector, Jordan is offering opportunities for Indonesian students to pursue higher education in the country. Utut praised the initiative, highlighting the global reputation of Jordan's educational institutions.
Banyak menyumbang pekerja migran. Dari pertemuan ini kita mendapat 2 titik. Yang pertama, kesamaan pandangan soal Palestina, dan yang kedua, potensi kerjasama. Tadi kami sepakat MOU yang belum dijalankan kita trace ulang untuk di mana titik hambatannya. Itu yang satu. Yang kedua, hubungan terutama pekerja migran ada jaminan. Kita sangat senang untuk 2 hal itu. Dan yang ketiga, mereka juga membuka peluang apabila pelajar Indonesia ingin sekolah di sana. Karena sekolah di sana termasuk salah satu sekolah yang terbaik di dunia Arab, otomatis juga termasuk baik di dunia internasional.
Indonesia and Jordan reaffirmed their full support for Palestinian independence and effort to achieve a ceasefire in the region. Andini and Umam, TVR Parliament, report. We'll bring you the updates from Commission 9 of the House right after the break, so stay tuned on House News. The leadership of the House reminds the government to maintain public satisfaction during the first 100 days. The House commits to overseeing and supporting the implementation of priority programs. Vice Speaker for Politics and Security Sufmi Dasko Ahmad appreciated high public satisfaction. However, the government must keep working to maintain it. He urged the government to remain focused on realizing its priority programs.
Dengan adanya tingkat kepuasan yang tinggi ini, pertama kita bersyukur, tetapi juga ada catatan bahwa kita juga harus bekerja keras menjaga tingkat kepuasan masyarakat. Kita himbau kepada pemerintah itu kemudian untuk setelah 100 hari ini tidak kendur dalam mewujudkan janji-janji kampanye atau merealisasikan program-program yang dilakukan jelang 100 hari ini. Nah, sehingga implementasi di lapangan sesuai dengan janji kampanye Presiden Prabowo dan Wakil Presiden Gibran Rakabuming Raka.
Dasko, hari ini kan mungkin hari terakhir reses, besok udah mulai masa sidang lagi.
Furthermore, Sufmi Dasko emphasized the House will continue to oversee and support the implementation of the government's planned programs. Zikri Endenos, TVR Parliament, report. Commission 9 of the House has welcomed plans to send Indonesian migrant workers to European countries. They urged the Ministry of the Indonesian Migrant Workers Protection to ensure the safety of these workers while they are abroad. Member of Commission 9 of the House, Edi Wuryanto, mentioned enhancing cooperation with European countries could improve Indonesia's foreign exchange income. Nevertheless, he urged the government to prioritize the protection of Indonesian migrant workers who will be sent to these countries. Additionally, he recommended specialized training programs to improve worker skills considering the high employment standards in Europe.
Berubahnya BP2MI menjadi kementerian tentu ada maksud. Nah, sehingga resources kementerian yang sekarang oleh Komisi 9 kita minta untuk melakukan restrukturisasi dan juga komitmen penambahan anggaran kementerian ini harapannya bisa melakukan persiapan dengan baik sisi sektor penempatan, perlindungannya terhadap masalah-masalah mereka di Eropa. Yang lebih penting adalah link yang selama ini dimiliki oleh pemerintah itu di-share. Jadi fokus kita tidak hanya government to government, tapi bisa private to private atau private to government. Nah.
Previously, Minister of Indonesian Worker Protection Abdul Qadir Karding mentioned currently the government is exploring cooperation opportunities with Eastern and Western European countries. He plans to send 10,000 productive Indonesian migrant workers. Rifki and Teguh, TVR Parliament, report. Commission 7 urges the National Standardization Agency to address the low implementation of the Indonesian national standard among MSMEs. This effort is necessary to improve industrial sector. Member of Commission 7 of the House Samuel Watimena stated almost all regions in Indonesia lack self-awareness about standardization among MSMEs. Consequently, many business owners have a limited understanding of the product standardization. As a matter of fact, national standardization labeling on MSMEs products could increase their competitiveness and market value.
Kita tahu bahwa kurangnya sosialisasi dan pemahaman tentang SNI di kalangan UMKM. Dan juga ini berdasarkan data dari Kementerian Koperasi dan UMKM, sekitar 60% UMKM belum paham SNI. Kemudian implementasi SNI di sektor industri ini kan masih sangat rendah. Ya, ini juga data yang kami dapat. Hanya sekitar 30% perusahaan di Indonesia yang menerapkan SNI secara penuh.
Moreover, Samuel Watimena urged the National Standardization Agency or BSN to immediately resolve this lack of awareness. He hoped all MSMEs, small industries and service sectors can apply Indonesian National Standard or SNI to their products. Panji Prabowo, TVR Parlemen report. Indonesia's first mosque in Japan has begun construction. For more information, stay tuned only on House News. Wisma Habibie in Ainun will be open to the public. It will serve as a historical landmark and an inspiring space reflecting the values of love, intellect, and democracy, celebrating the third president of Indonesia and his beloved wife. Starting in February 2025, Wisma Habibie Ainun will be open to the public, offering visitors a chance to explore the former private residence of Indonesia's third president, B.J. Habibie, and his wife, Hasri Ainun Habibie. Now transformed into a museum, the house preserves valuable historical memories and cultural heritage. Located in South Jakarta, the residence features several historical rooms. One of them is the Pendopo room, decorated with Javanese ornaments and once used for important meetings, including preparations for Habibie's presidential inaugurations. There is also the memorial room, displaying the deep love story between Habibie and Ainun. Another highlight is the Bhinneka Tunggal Ika room, showcasing Indonesia's rich cultural diversity from its 5 major islands. Visitors can also explore the extensive book collection with over 5,000 books on culture. Outside, the intellectual garden with symbolic statues, including Rodin's The Thinker and a Ganesha statue, a place where Habibie used to reflect. Although now to open to the public, access to certain areas is limited to preserve the site's authenticity and historical value. The residence is also available for private events such as weddings or cultural exhibitions. Muslim communities in Japan will soon have a new mosque for worship and religious activities. Indonesian citizens have constructed the first Indonesian mosque in Yokohama with an estimated cost of 40 billion rupiah. The Cinta Quran Foundation officially began Masjid As-Solihin's construction in Yokohama, Japan. This will be the first Indonesian mosque in Japan. The groundbreaking ceremony took place in January 2025, and the mosque is set to become a center for religious and social activities for Muslims in Japan. Designed as a 3-story building, Masjid As-Solihin will feature a modern and comfortable space for worship. Besides serving as a prayer hall, it will also function as a center for new converts, a charitable institution, a halal mart, and a hub for Islamic studies and social programs. Although still under construction, the mosque has already witnessed an increasing number of Japanese citizens embracing Islam. Its presence is expected to enhance the contributions of Muslims in Japan, especially for Indonesian migrant workers who need a larger, more comfortable place for worship and religious gatherings. As the first Indonesian mosque in Japan, Masjid As-Solihin carries a deep meaning. It is not just a place of worship but also a center for education and community engagement. With its strong foundation and purpose, Masjid As-Solihin is set to become a historical landmark representing the spirit of faith, unity, and cultural exchange in Japan. Many countries around the world are known for their incredible ethnic diversity. This diversity not only highlights unique cultures but also reflects tolerance and appreciations for differences. Some nations stands out with a great number of ethnic groups, each with its own language, traditions, and customs. Here are some of the most ethnically diverse countries in the world. Papua New Guinea is home to nearly 1,000 ethnic groups in over 800 languages. One of the most well-known groups is the Dani tribe, famous for their body tattoos, traditional clothing, and warrior traditions, which now have been replaced by a more peaceful way of life. India's diversity is shaped by centuries of history, colonial influences, and cultural blending. With thousands of ethnic groups, language, caste, and regional heritage define its people. Notable example is the Warli tribe, known for their traditional paintings showing everyday life using simple symbols. These paintings remains an important part of India's cultural heritage. With over 300 ethnic groups, Indonesia's diversity is spread across thousands of islands. One of the most famous ethnic groups is the Dayak people of Borneo, known for their traditional longhouses, intricate wood carvings, and hand-woven textiles used in ceremonies. This ethnic variety symbolizes the nation's motto, unity in diversity. And that's the House News for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of House News, only on TVR Parlemen.